Great. All right. Okay, Yahya wants me to say something else that we can write. Okay, I tell you what, Yahya, I'm gonna do that, but next time you're gonna write something and you're going to record it on your phone. Okay, and we're gonna do some like a little we're gonna practice some pronunciation test, and we're gonna do that later on in the session. Don't miss it. Okay, so please stay in the session. Don't come off. Okay, if you come off, you're gonna miss something very funny. Right, and so this is it. All right, let's move on to the next part. You've all identified my accent as a British accent. Okay, so yes, can you think of any British programs that you watch on TV or something? A very popular or famous one that you've watched before? Harry Potter is actually made in America, believe it or not. Yeah, there was some British characters in there, and it was supposed to be based in England, but it was all filmed in America. Most of the people in there are Americans. Okay, and the BBC, yes. Do you all listen to the BBC News a lot? Okay, can you think of any famous actors or actresses from England? YouTube channel, BOA, usually listen to BBC Learning English. Oh, and BBC Learning English, that's one of my favorite websites. Ah, Tahir. Okay, so now Tahir mentioned that Peaky Blinders. Okay, well, let me tell you guys, this is one of my favorite series, Peaky Blinders. If you haven't watched it, okay, I recommend it for you. Okay, but you have to be above 60, over 16 to watch it. It's quite fun. It's really, really good drama. Make you laugh, it make you cry, it makes you smile, it touches your heart. It's amazing, amazing drama. And the good thing about it, it was based in a city 40 minutes away from where I am from. Okay, it was based in Birmingham, and Birmingham is only 40 minutes from my city. Okay, I'm not telling you, no, Farhad. What Farhad Ahmed? What am I doing to Farhad for? Okay. Thomas Shelby. Yeah, that's right. That's him. Okay. All right. I know obviously British TV is not as popular as the American one. That's why a lot of people are like into into American more than the British one. All right. So let's have a look. Let me just show you where I come from. All right. Just Mr. Bean. Yeah, but Mr. Bean don't talk. He doesn't talk at all, does he? I can't remember the last time it's just like goes like this. He doesn't really. Friends series, that's American, Soraya. Friends are American. So let me show you. Can you see the map? This is a map of the UK, right? And you see that little city there? That's where I come from. Do you know what that city is? Okay, let's see who's good at geography. Can tell me where that city is. All right, and usually mocks all the English speakers as well. Ed Sheeran, yes, he's definitely Ed Sheeran. I think he's Irish, isn't he? Ed Sheeran. Yeah, sure, Hoda. Yeah, go for it. Yeah, but listen, Hoda, we are already at the top capacity. So when you come back, it might not let you back in because the meeting can only take 100 participants and we already at 100. Okay, so anybody leaves, guys, it might not be able to come back in. Right, it's not Manchester, but good city. It's not far from me. Manchester's an hour away. Let me give you a clue. I'm going to show you a famous character from my city. Do you recognize this? It's not London. No, this is London down there, look. Let me just show you there. This is London here. This part of of England is London. Robin Hood, yes, has him. So where was Robin Hood from? That's Robin Hood. You must have heard of this character, right? It's a fictional character. I'm not sure if it's fictional or not, but not the Lord of the Rings. No, it was Robin Hood. Okay, so I'm going to give you another clue. If you are following with the Premier League, yes, who's that? Who said Nottinghamshire? Yes, has him. Well done. Okay, so if you're following with the Premier League, you would know my team. This is a team of my city. This is my local team, the one I support. Like, they don't win many trophies, but we are loyal, just like Zamalek. Okay, so we are very loyal to the team. All right, so I'm from Nottingham. This is a city in the middle of England, right? What is my captain of fancy? All right then. Okay, so here we go. Let me just introduce myself to you guys. So this is me in a nutshell. Let's have a look. Who am I? Right. Okay. Who's annotating on my screen? Let's just get rid of that annotation. All right. So I'll let you just read just a small little bio about me. Okay. And All right, so host tools. Just one more thing. I'm just trying to sort out some of the. Okay, right. So back to the meeting again. There we go. Okay, so that's my name. These are my qualification. All right. If you have any questions that you would like to pop in the chat, I'm more than happy to answer it. Okay. This I got BA in business administration and started my teaching career in 2017. I've done a few qualification ever since. My latest one was obviously working at the British Council, Egypt, for the last 3 years. So I've done a few qualification there. Yeah, so here we go. So these are a little bio about myself. Okay, like I said, if you have any questions, pop it in the chat. I'm more than happy to answer it. Right, moving on from that part, I have a question, a quick question for you guys. Which one, British or American? British English versus American English. Which one would you opt for? Which one would you prefer? Let's hear it. America is like a machine gun just open. American. Right, so all Americans. Okay, can you tell me why? Why? If it's not because of the TV or because of, okay, American is easier. All right, so Theodora says so. All right. You will find Americans to be, it's more popular. That's definitely Theodora, yes. And Dina said it's British. Because I know the language. Well, they're both the same language. Obviously, they're both English, but which accent? Like American English, British English, all about how they pronounce the vowels, basically, and certain sounds in the consonants, and it's just the pronunciation. So, which one would you find more attractive, or sort of like more tempted to listen to, or you found it more appealing to yourself? Okay, so British is easier. Rich course is glamour and sophistication. Ooh, all right. Okay, right. Let me tell you. Okay, so plus. Okay. Okay, I have a question to ask you guys. Okay, so obviously it's like accents. I've noticed that a lot of my students, they ask about accent. They want to adopt certain accents. They want to change their pronunciation to speak in a specific accent. Do you agree with this or not? To what extent do you agree with this? Do you think British is more sophisticated? Okay. So yeah, do you agree with this, that it's okay to actually try to speak in a different accent than your own, than your first language? Like if you speak in an Egyptian or an Arabic accent, is it something that you would welcome to actually change that or to work towards that? Why? Okay, speak with one accent, but listen to all accents. That's a good one, Ahmed Mahmoud, yes. Okay, but why would you want to change your accent? I want to know this. Can we improve British accent? Okay, well, yeah, that's what this session is about, Shireen. Okay, I'm going to give you loads and loads and loads of tips on the question that you've just popped in the chat. How can we improve our British accent? Okay, there'll be loads of tips in this session. I always tell my students the most important thing while speaking is to be understood. Fantastic. Yes, definitely. For work and education, all right, I think everything is crucial. Some folk like to show off, actually. Okay, unfortunately, that's true. That is very true. Sometimes it's just all about the image and how they want to be perceived. But other people, they have different reasons as well. Moroccan accent will be difficult. Correct pronunciation, I think the most important is just to convey your meaning. 100% yes, mean. I'm with you, 1,000,000%. English is different from Arabic, so you want to speak as you can, as a like native speaker. Natural. You want to be as natural as you can. That's the word I always use. It doesn't matter what accent you speak, as long you are speaking natural English and you are being understood. People can understand what you're saying, right? That's the most important thing. All right. But let me tell you the core behind the course and why we kind of like going to focus on because this is basically the orientation that at the end of this orientation, guys, I will be telling you about the course that I am going to start in a week time or in 10 days time. But before I start, I just want to explain to you why I think some people they want to work on specific accents, especially the British one, because this is, of course, is going to be about British accent more than anything. Certain jobs, when you go there, when you apply for these jobs, they actually want people to speak like British people because the job itself targets British people, like people from England. So whether it's customer service, whether it's like call center, you know, I mean, that provide, yeah, Vodafone UK, like Mahmoud, like Ahmed was saying. So because you are basically, you'll be dealing with this kind of with people from England or people from that part of the world, they don't want people to basically speak in an accent that makes it clear that where you are stationed or where you're from, right? They want to make it as basically clear as possible for you, for them to understand you, because not everybody is actually able to understand foreigners when they speak. Like people, when it's people who speaks English as a second language, they're not always clear, right? And there's some British people, for example, they struggle to understand foreign people because of certain problem with their pronunciation. But mostly these places who ask people to basically adopt a British accent when they speak is because they want to basically put an image like they are in the UK and the staff are from the UK and everybody here is British. So you don't feel like you are from outside that city or that outside that country. That's why they prefer people who speaks with that accent. I think that's my own, from what I heard or from what I've seen myself. All right. So this is what this course will be focused on. It's teach you basically how to speak as natural as possible with a little bit of hint of a British twist. Okay. Speak fluently a native UK speaker. This is what this course is about, Nurhan. Okay, so stay tuned, stay with me in the course, stay in this session, and you will know a lot of tips. Okay. Okay, so moving on from that part. All right, this is something like a motivational thing that I always like to share it with you guys. So can I speak English as good as a native? Yes, we definitely can. Okay, that's without a shadow of a doubt. You can definitely can. Okay, it's just like anything in the world. You put your mind to it, you can make it happen. Okay, whenever there is a will, who can finish this saying for me? Who can finish this saying for me? Whenever there is a will, there is what? Come on. There is a way. Well done, Sarah. Yes, there is a way, Ahmed Mahmoud. That's a very popular saying in the UK. We say, whenever there is a will, there is a way. Okay, fantastic, Yahya and Shireen Saad. Okay, before we go any further, I want you all to get your mobile phones out. I'm assuming you all got mobile phones. I'm hoping that you're not joining this session from your mobile phone. If you are, try to get your voice recorder. I need you to get your voice recorder on your phone ready. Okay? And then I want you to read this sentence and record it on your phone and try to say it as natural as possible. Okay, I am not going to read this sentence. It's in front of you. Get your voice recorder out, record yourself saying that sentence. But like I said, try to make it as natural as possible. Okay. I'm going to give you 1 minute. You have 1 minute to do so. Just once it's done, just give me done in the chat. Just write the word done in the chat. Okay. 30 seconds. 20 seconds. Do it, guys. Do it. Okay, don't say, oh, okay, I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to see where he goes with this. Don't. I can see you, all right? I know exactly what you're thinking. You're going to probably think, I'm not bothering. I'm not going to record it. So I'm just going to wait and see what he's doing and where he's going with this. Yeah, I will know. All right. Okay. All right, I'm just So only one person said done in there. It's okay, Ahmed. Ahmed Amir, I don't want you to send it in the chat. I want you to record it on your phone and keep it in your notes. You can send it as a voice note to one of your friends or something on WhatsApp or whatever. I don't know why. I will tell you why. Shayma, do you think I was going to tell you to do this and I'm not going to tell you why? I'm just going to end the session after this. That's it, guys. Record it in your phone and bye-bye. Of course not. I was going to tell you. Just do it. Okay. I'd go have but I can't send it in here. I don't want you to send it in here, Nurhan. I want you just to just record it in a WhatsApp message to your friend or something, or to yourself. All right, and just do that. Okay, I'm just gonna give you 10 more seconds because not a lot of people has actually given me the done as if it's possible. Yes, do it on WhatsApp. All right. Okay, I'm waiting. Okay. Why, Shireen, why can't be done? Just get on your WhatsApp and send a message to somebody. Send it to yourself or to your friend or to your sister. All right? You can. Just grab your phone. All right? Just like that. And just record it, the microphone, and just send it to someone. Done. Okay. You can't do it during the meeting. Fair enough. Okay. But just listen to yourself doing it. Okay. And then we're going to move on from that part. Now, it's done. I'm going to assume it's done. And then I'm going to move on. All right. Okay, so now this is a sentence that I wanted you to record. Now, I have a question for you. Before I move on to the next part, I have a question. Think of any time, think of any time that you felt embarrassed because something you said or because something happened to you when you were speaking English. Can you think of any embarrassing moment that you had when speaking English? Why and what happened? Okay. If you want to share it with me in a sentence, just one or two sentences in the chat, I'm more than happy to read it out. Okay. Just tell me an embarrassing moment that happened to you when using English. Hello, Fuad. You can just write me in the chat, Fuad. Tell me whatever you want to tell me in the chat. In an interview, Abir, what happened? Tell me what happened. It was my first English interview. Okay, tell me more. Tell me more, Nurhan. I'm intrigued. I want to hear. I was speaking English with my mom, excited as I try. All right, excited as I try. And when I mean embarrassing moment, guys, I mean a moment like, for example, you mispronounced the word. You've been using this word all the time, thinking you're doing it right, and then you realized it was actually you were messing it up. Or maybe you were holding the ground trying to say something and everybody was freezing, waiting for you to come up with a sentence, and you just held the ground for like a good minute and everybody was looking at you and you can't get your ideas in a sentence out of your mouth. Just think of these moments where you really felt like you wish the ground could open and swallow you, in front of camera when I was recording video in English for my college. Okay, what happened? Okay, so this is the situation. You were in there and something happened. What actually happened? So you're telling me this is the setting, right? But you didn't tell me what was the actual event, like what happened. All right, so I was in an interview. Okay, what happened in the interview? Did you forget what you were going to say? Did you mess it up? Did you couldn't get your words out? What happened? Afraid of making mistakes makes us do this. Oh, I like this. I like this. Now we're starting to get somewhere. When I was talking with a friend, I struggled while trying to pronounce a word. Please tell me what was the word. You're bound to remember what was the word. Please share it with me. When I spoke to people more fluent, I feel like I don't know. You get intimidated. I feel like I don't know anything in English and it had be difficult to speak. So you get intimidated by stronger speakers, right? That is Islam. Common, by the way, common, very common. Misunderstood with some similar words. I just hated stop when I'm talking and forget everything, Moaz. Yes, very common again. In an interview and I couldn't speak well or describe my thoughts well. Very common, by the way, Isra. Abir, I couldn't get, wait, I'm just trying to scroll up and down, so I'm just taking time to actually, I couldn't get, what? Wait, let me just make this bigger so I can see it better. All right. So that was interview. I couldn't get my words out. Okay, during training, I forgot what call questions, my MCQ, and felt confused. Okay, again, it's common. Yes, I do remember at the beginning of my career life, I mispronounced the name of the character. And what character was it? Oh, wait, this one. A character in the story stated. Oh, okay. The story stated. Then one of the students said I checked it in the dictionary. Okay. All right. This was my first English interview. I was asked to talk about stressed moments and at my work, and I know. Let me just make this screen a bit bigger so I can read the chat. Right. It's quite interesting. All right. So it was okay. It's my first English interview. I was asked to talk about stressed moment and at my work and how I deal with it. I found some difficulty to express the situation, and I was so embarrassed. All right, and Ahmed Abdel Karim, that was Nurhan that was said that. And stress makes me pronounce in two accents, which results in wrong pronunciation of the word specialities. Right, okay. How, you know, Ahmed, I wish I could hear you saying it. All right, I wish I could say. Aya Fathi, when I joined the language course, there were many people with me having the ability to, without stopping except for me, to talk without stopping except for me. So they were more fluent. The way we can say all this is just say, more people were more fluent than I was. Okay, and when I was talking with a friend, I struggled while trying to pronounce a word, and finally I pronounced a word as a decision. I'm telling him she made her decision. Okay, right. I'm just, wow, you know what? I'm gonna go back to the chat because I'll be there forever. Okay. Oh my God, the situations are amazing. I really wish I could just read every single one of them. So I'm afraid I'm just gonna have to read one more of them. You made my point, okay, that you've come up with loads of situations. I'm just going to read one more and then I'm going to move on. I'm thinking in words before I speak and make me more nervous and stressed. So that's dua. So you spend more time thinking about what you're going to say, and that basically makes you more nervous and stuff. Okay. Usually, so this is basically what I wanted you to say, what happened, what da, da, da. This is the common things that basically you've mentioned in the chat now that caused you the embarrassing moments. Pronunciation problems, limited vocabulary that you didn't know what to say, how can you express yourself, understanding accents, some of you mentioned that, fear of mistakes, that was also mentioned, the speed, people will speak more fluently than you were, and some mistakes in grammar, confidence, okay? And these are, if you look here, guys, what are they? This is the things that you have just put in the chat yourselves, right? I tried to basically get the key ones, right? The main ones. These are the challenges for English learners. So these are not just your challenges. So you're not on your own. These are very, very common challenges that anybody is learning English faces, okay? All right. So these are very, very common. You understand? So you understand the question at the moment. You feel embarrassed. Okay, Jamal, that was a good one. All right. So these are the very, very common things or grounds that a lot of people find it difficult to learn English. Okay. Now we're going back to that sentence. All right. Remember that sentence? I asked you to record yourself saying this sentence in the most natural way. Now, what we are going to do, guys, we're going to listen to a guy saying this sentence, right? This is an Egyptian actor. He said this in an Egyptian film, right? Okay, let me just show you. I have two questions for you to answer after watching this little this scene from that movie. Do you think his English may embarrass him? So if this is how you spoke, would you be embarrassed to speak? Or would you find it embarrassing, do you think? And number two, which areas do you think he needs to work on? Which areas do you think he needs to work on? Okay, are you ready? All right, let's go. Right, here we go. Let's see, I'll put that in the chat. All right. So the questions are, if this was your English, would it embarrass you? And number two, which areas do you think he should work on? Ready? Let's go.
And what about you?
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. I came here to improve my language and I like traveling abroad and to see different people. Full stop.
Okay. Right. Okay, so yeah, all right, we'll listen one more time. I need you to see. So Ahmed, we run it straight away, intonation. Let's hear it one more time. Oh, that you, is it? Okay, we'll hear it one more time. Limited vocabulary, it's funny. All right, let's hear it one more time and tell me which areas do you think he needs to work on to improve his pronunciation?
And what about you?
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. I came here to improve my language and I like traveling abroad and to see different people. Full stop.
All right, okay, tell me now, guys. Right, so he thinks in Arabic, Ahmed who said, Lincoln, good one, right? So intonation, Lincoln. He's speaking English with Egyptian accent. Haneen said, limited vocab, he's too slow and he stops too much. Yes, well done, Haneen. Yes, he summed a lot of it. Connected speech, Ahmed, yes, well done. Lincoln, intonation, great stuff. Pronunciation, right? He made some more slowly, pronunciation, vocabulary, intonation. Hadil said, Arabic, English. Grammar. I think he needs to learn English. He needs to work on a language. So would you be embarrassed if this was how you spoke? Would it embarrass you? Would it put you off? Would it put you off speaking? You would be reluctant to speak if this is how you speak? You would be like you wouldn't be confident enough to speak? Poor vocab, of course. All right. So let me share with you the areas that if this is how you speak, right? Or if this is your English, the areas that you would need to work on.
And what about you?
The areas that you would need to work on, all right, to speak in a better way would be intonation. All right, let me explain to you what intonation is. Intonation is basically the pitch of your voice, the volume of your voice, right, when you speak. So if you listen to me now, everything I say they don't come out at the same level. They don't come out with the same tone. Some words are louder than others, right? Sometimes I sound excited, sometimes I sound quieter, right? So the pitch of your voice and the pace and the rhythm, we call all this intonation. The voice, the music of your spoken English, right? We call it intonation. Sentence stress, I will explain that to you in a minute. All right. Connected speech, how we connect our words together so we don't speak like robots, robots. And we also have the pronunciation problem PMB, which is a very common thing for Arabic speakers. People who speak Arabic language as a first language, they always have, most of them would have this problem PMB because it don't exist, okay, alongside th and the, all right? We don't have these sounds in Arabic. That's why if you want to invest some effort into your pronunciation, into your accents, I would suggest that you start with this problem, PMB, th and the. This is a very common thing that people fall in. All right, so let's have a look. So the next part of the, this is the teaching part of today's session, by the way, okay? So this part is going to give your brain a little bit of a strain, all right? This could be actually, this it rhymes well. It could be a song that it gives your brain a strain, right? I don't know, it could be a composer. Right. So yeah, forgive me. The next 5 minutes is going to be a little bit too much for your brain, but we're going to have a quick break straight after, all right? So here we go. So I'm asking you questions and you need to answer by looking at this sentence. How many pieces of information do you see in this sentence? How many pieces of information do you see in this sentence? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, let's hear it. 3, Ahmed Amr said. 3, okay, Mahmoud Said, fantastic. 4, Theodora, 4, 5. Where is 4 and 5? Where? It's only 3, guys, right? Let's have a look. So I came here, improve my language, like traveling abroad, see different people. The 3 pieces of information in this sentence, okay? Well, let me tell you guys, when you are talking to someone, conversation is all about communication, right? That's why we talk to other people. When you talk to someone, you're swapping information, right? This communication doesn't just happen by words. You don't just use words to communicate. There are other elements that we can communicate with, right? Can you give me examples? Do we only communicate with language? Like you have to listen to me to know what I'm saying? Or is there different ways that we can basically communicate with other people? Can you give me example? Anybody? Just put in the chat. Other means of communication. Gestures, fantastic. Body language. Bingo. I like that. Any more? Body gestures and body language. Eye contact. Yes, Ala. Communicate with each other. Yes. People who with hearing impairment. Yes. Facial expressions. Conjunctions. How conjunctions? What do you mean? All right. Tone. Right. The tone of the voice gives a lot of information. Okay. If I say something to you in angry tone, it's not the same as when I say in a loving tone, right? Okay. Okay. I'll have to look it up. I never heard the word conjunction to mean that. Miming. Fantastic. Right. Okay, guys. So we have different means of communication, right? It's not just about words. But let me give you an example. One of the main things when we speak that we need to be aware of is what we are trying to say, the actual thing, what we are trying to say. For example, I need to give you one. I was once in a shopping mall. I needed the toilet, all right? Being British, you are very polite. You like to use a lot of functional language to sound as polite as possible. Because if you ever visited England, people don't have time to stop in the street and talk to you. If they don't know you, they don't want to talk to you, all right? So to stop someone in the street and ask for directions, you need to make sure that you know what you're going to say. You need to make it as brief as possible, and you only need to use keywords. What do I mean by keywords? The words that carries the meaning, the message of what you want to say. So I needed to go to the toilet in this shopping mall, right? Being polite, I stopped someone, excuse me. I mean, this is obviously didn't happen, but I'm just imagining this is what would somebody do. So I stopped someone in the mall and I said, excuse me, I've been looking everywhere, really. You know, I mean, I'm looking, I've looked in the floor above and below, and I'm really struggling to find the toilet. You know, I mean, it's like, if I don't go now, things will be like out of hand and stuff. Like, would you please tell me where the toilet is? Too much, right? Do you agree? I spoke too much. What's all this, right? You can just basically cut all this short by saying toilet, toilet. And for the sake of politeness, you can just say, excuse me, toilet, or toilet, please. Okay. Exactly. Toilet, please. The person you're speaking to will know exactly what you want, and he will say, over there. It's over there, right? So that's exactly what it is. So the first thing you need to be aware of is the keywords, because everything I said, all this waffle that I've just basically demonstrated, okay, the keyword in all of this was toilet. That was the keyword. And when you are communicating with someone, they are waiting. You talk too much, but they are waiting. They're waiting for the keyword. As soon as they hear the keyword, they don't hear anything else. Everything else go above their heads. Go, They don't hear it. So you need to make sure, once you are aware of your keywords, grab it by the neck, stroke it, and make sure they are pronounced loud and clear. Because this is the most important thing that people hear. They don't hear anything else. All the other language that goes around it, to be polite, to be grammatically correct, to make sure that it's all grammatically fitted in the context, all that, yes, it's important. It actually sets the sentence in the correct manner, but it's not the main thing. The main thing is the keywords. So let's have a look at this sentence one more time. Can you please highlight the keywords in here? Find the keywords in this sentence. Came here, improve language, like traveling abroad and see different people. Where are the keywords? Improve, see, travel. Alat said, improve, see, travel, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, Sarah Zakaria, improve language. Good. All right. Okay, usually I would let you guys all put your inputs in the chat, but let's just have a look. You've all got it right. A keyword here would be, no, first, before I go for the keywords, we agreed that there are 3 pieces of information, okay? So I came here to improve my language. That's one piece of information. I like traveling abroad. That's a second piece of information. And to see different people, a third piece of information. And when you speak, like I was saying, you need to highlight that you are going to mention 3 pieces of information. This is not one. If I say it how that actor said it in the video, it sounds like it's one piece of information, because I didn't break, I didn't pause, after every piece of information. And it's important that we do that. That's why I was telling you that story about the stress. People only listen for the keywords. So when you say here, I came here to improve my language, that's the key word. The listener will think he's got the point of what you're going to say. So he's not going to hear the rest of what you're saying. All right. If I say it like this, came here, improve my language. I like traveling abroad and see different people. That's not enough. No, no, no. I didn't hear any of that. I only heard the first part of it. The rest is just gone over my head. So it's important that we have a falling intonation at the end of every idea. I came here to improve my language. My intonation has fallen. So the word language sounded like it's the end of my speech. I came here to improve my language. I like traveling abroad and to see different people. You see how I broke this sentence into 3 different parts? To make it easier for the listener to understand what I'm saying. That's number 1. Then number 2, that's why I put these little slashes here to highlight the difference, and there are different 3 ideas. Now let's look at the keywords. Most of you got it right, but the words that carries the meaning are these words. Okay, if I say to you, like traveling abroad, you understood what I want to say, right? See different people, you understand what I want to say. Came here to improve my language. So these words are the words that carry the meaning. So whenever we are saying this sentence, you must make sure that these words stand out. They are clearer. They are louder than the rest of the sentence. Words like I, words like to, words like my, words like and, words like, yeah, this is like more or less, these are the words that the words that we just put in the sentence to make it grammatically correct, okay? So whenever you are making a sentence, make sure you highlight these words with the green dots above them. They are pronounced louder and clearer. I came here to improve my language, like traveling abroad and see different people. If you heard me with your eyes closed, you will know that these words I've just said, the one I highlighted there, are the words that stand out the most. Came here to improve my language, like traveling abroad and see different people, okay? So we call this sentence stress. What do we call it? Sentence stress. The key words of the sentence are stressed. When I say stressed, I don't mean like making panic. No, I stress them and mean I make them louder and clearer. That's for number 1. So now we talked about 2 features when we speak. The pausing, okay, and the sentence stress. We're going to talk more about sentence stress in the next slide. Now, the third one, which is very important, is connected speech. When I speak, I don't sound like this, right? I came here to improve my language and I like traveling abroad and to see different people. Do I speak like this? Do anybody speaks like this, right? But if you're not going to apply some connected speech features to your spoken English, you will sound like that, okay? And that's not very natural. If somebody listens to you speak like that, he will want to jump off the nearest cliff. He's not going to want to hear it. You will bore him. He will be just not interested. He won't be engaged in a conversation with you. You will take forever and there is no feelings, like he's talking to a machine, okay? So it's very important that we connect our words to sound more natural. Let's have a look at the common words that we would connect in this sentence, or the common parts of the sentence that we would connect together. Number 1, I came here to improve. I came here to improve. To improve became to improve. To im. So here I have 2 vowels, to and im. All right, so these 2 words, one ends with a vowel sound, the next word begins with a vowel sound. When we connect 2 words with 2 vowels, we usually insert, we add an extra sound to make a transition, to make the 2 sounds blended together swiftly. What extra sound did you hear me adding in there? To im. Ah. Which sound? To whim. It's W. Yes, it's a W sound. Yes, it's the W is the sound that expresses this sound. The W is the letter that expresses the sound. So it's whim, to whim. It's like, imagine I added a W sound between the to and the M. To improve. Fantastic. So that's a feature in connected speech. We call it intrusion, and we usually do it when we connect two vowels together. To open the door, to open. Instead of saying to open, we say to open, to open. All right. Number 2, second part. Have a look here. And I, and I, and I. What's changed? What happened here? And I know it is Ramon. Good notice, Ramon. Yes. Yes, we dropped the D. Fantastic. And then we connected the N with the I. And I. To avoid this sound, you know, the sound? Because, you know, when you have this like at the beginning of this of the word I, there is I, right? So this it stops the flow of air out of your throat. And every time you stop the flow of the air out of your throat, you break your fluency. You break in, and it sounds more like and I, and I, and I. Okay, so here you're giving your mouth less work to do. And yes, the glottal, very good, Ahmed. Yes, the glottal stop. That's what it is. So you try to get rid of the glottal stops. Glottal stops, it stops the flow. Glottal is that part of your throat. Ooh, been talking for too much. Usually that doesn't happen in the course, by the way. In the course, you guys talk, I correct your mistakes, and just that. And I keep guiding you alongside the way of how we say things, and if there is a better way of saying it. I give you the language that would sound more natural in a specific situation, help you with the ideas. That's what I would do. So I don't talk as much during the course, okay? But it is a vowel, and I is pronounced if it was on its own at the beginning of the sentence. But if you are connecting it between two words, we try to have a connected speech feature added so we become more fluent. And I like, okay? And I like. That sound more natural, all right? Instead of saying we say an I, all right? We dropped it there for the sake of fluency, and we go straight from, and I like traveling. Now let's move on to the second one. Traveling. Traveling abroad. Traveling abroad. What happened? What have I just done to traveling? The word traveling, what happened? We dropped the G, the G sound, right? 99.9% of the times you are saying a gerund, a word with ing, you get rid of the G. The G is silent, okay? For the sake of fluency. I like swimming. I like dancing. I go clubbing, okay? I go driving, okay? The G, the G sound is usually gone at the end of words for the sake of fluency, okay? Morning, yes, Neriman, well done. We don't say morning, I say it was morning, all right? Fantastic. Traveling abroad, okay? Traveling abroad, nabroad, okay? Traveling abroad. The next one, and to see, okay. Native speakers, when they speak, they would add disconnected speech features naturally. You're not aware of it, you will find it difficult to understand what they said. If I say to you, and to see different people, and to see different people, okay? And to see. So the word and become an. The word to becomes t, just a t. And to see. So all these three words became one word, as if they were become one word. They all blended into one word, one good flow, and to see different people. Okay, another sound I would get rid of here. Yes, we dropped the two. Another sound I would get rid of is the t sound at the end of different. All right, to increase your fluency, sometimes we lose sounds in words. If you're going to pronounce every sound you see, or if of every word, which basically this is one of the pitfalls for a lot of speakers. They want to say the word how they hear it, how they read it, how they know it. No, no, you don't need to do that. Because here you are actually making your spoken English very stressed. You find that you are stressing every single word, and that's why your accent becomes a little bit unnatural, because you find yourself, you have to, it's the word different. I must say it different. I have to pronounce every part of the word different. And if I say different, people would not understand me. Well, that's not true. Okay? It's not true. And to see different people. And to see different people. You don't need to pronounce and stress every word, because not every word has the same importance. Okay? Some words are important, which we call them the keywords. Some words are not. And we only stress the keywords, the important words. Okay, now my throat has gone dry. So, and I think yours as well, your brain as well gonna be headache or something. So this is how this sentence would sound like. I came here. Oh yeah, by the way, where I come from in the UK, H sound, sometimes we even omit that. Okay, the H sound. Here, sometimes we just say ear. Okay, so this might sound a bit. So if I'm saying house, sometimes we say house. Did you hear the? Huh? This is, I don't know, it's habits developed in native speaking countries because they want to basically say as little as possible and mean as much as possible. And this is something you need to work on, guys. Say as little as possible and mean as much as possible. If you're going to use English in work, at your workplace, for example, or you work in a call center, you deal with native speakers, okay? You will need to learn how to be precise and succinct. This is a big word, succinct. Like brief, all right? Say as little amount of words as possible and mean as much as possible. That means you need to use the right words with the right stress and be straight to the point. If you work in a Vodafone UK, for example, and I have some students who used to work there, when customers phone them, they don't waste time talking about anything. They go straight to the point. Hello, I had a phone from you and the phone broke down and now it's not working at all. 2 sentences, he summed up the whole problem. Okay? Okay, I'm expected to hear from you by yesterday and nobody rang me. Okay, so here you need to really be succinct, be brief, straight to the point, use the keywords, as many keywords as possible to make your spoken language valuable. Okay, so you don't waffle too much. Don't talk too much. Don't whisper too much. Don't just don't talk inwards. You need to speak outwards so people can understand what you're saying. Be confident. Let your words out. Make mistakes. Don't worry about it. People will still appreciate you are making effort and attempting to speak, okay? Right. I think it's time for us to have a little brain break, okay? Because I think your brain might be a bit screaming by now after that last slide. You have this sentence in front of you. I need you to try and say it 5 times as fast as possible. Say it 5 times as fast as possible. Red lorry, yellow lorry, red lorry, yellow lorry, red lorry, yellow lorry, red lorry, yellow lorry. Can you try? Oh, I could do with a laugh. Yes, it's called Ramon because. All right. Okay. Have you tried? It is tongue twister. Yes. You got it, guys? You find it funny, Manar? I can't do it, says. All right. Keep trying. Tongue. Red lorry, yellow lorry, red lorry, yellow lorry. Okay. In the first session of the course, we're gonna usually we're gonna try to say it out loud so we can actually hear each other saying it. Right. Tongue twisters are very important to strengthen your jaw muscles. I don't know, Ahmed, you said what? It's too difficult. Okay, so tongue twisters, this kind of games is like it's called tongue twisters, right? And they're very important to strengthen your jaw muscles and to increase your pronunciation ability. Yes, I think Manar, yes, that's the one. Okay. Right, so remember I mentioned something about stress. And when I say stress, I don't mean like you getting stressed and saying, I need chocolate. Okay, so no, stress, the sentence stress is another mean of communication. Not everything we communicate is based on the language we say, the language we use, the sentence. So if you say a sentence, for example, this sentence can be communicated in 5 different meanings. I don't know, what does that mean? All right, let me explain it to you. I'm going to show you a sentence, and I'm going to say this sentence in 5 different ways. And every time I say that sentence, I will mean something different. But you need to tell me, what do I mean? Okay? Ready? Put ready in the chat. Let me ask for some water. My throat is really dry. Okay, ready, guys? Ready. Okay, I'm going to say 5 different sentences sorry, one sentence. I'm going to say it in 5 different ways. And I need you to tell me, what do I mean in each time I say the sentence? Right, let's go. This is the sentence. She promised to pay for his shopping. Okay? She promised to pay for his shopping. Okay? So the sentence stress is basically the words in the sentence that I'm going to stress. The first one I'm going to stress is the word she. Okay, so listen to this. She promised to pay for his shopping. Again, she promised to pay for his shopping. What is the message in this sentence? What am I trying to say? What am I trying to say here? Let's hear. Yes, Mahmoud El-Ghunaimi, fantastic. It's on her. This person there, her, is the one who's going to pay. She's going to pay, nobody else. All right? So this is the person paying for the shopping. Now I'm going to stress the word promised. Listen carefully. She promised to pay for his shopping. Yeah, but she promised to pay for his shopping. What is the message I'm trying to convey here? The same thing, that this is the person paying for the shopping? Or am I trying to say something different here? Ah, fantastic, Ahmed Mahmoud. Yes, that person has promised to pay for the shopping. So don't worry about it. The shopping is being paid because she promised, right? So don't worry. She will definitely pay for his shopping because she promised. All right, fantastic, guys. She will not get away with it. Yes, she has to commit. Now we're going to stress a different word. His. So listen to this. Yeah, but she promised to pay for his shopping. Okay? She promised to pay for his shopping. What is the message am I putting across here? Let's hear it. She promised to pay for his shopping. Fantastic, Shireen. Well done. Yes, she's going to pay for his shopping, but nobody else's. So don't think she's going to pay for everybody. Oh, no. She's going to pay for his shopping only, right? So again, the word stress here changed the meaning of the sentence. The message being communicated, completely different. Every time you stress a different word. Now, the last time, let's have a look at the last. So here, she will only pay for his shopping, nobody else's. She's not paying for anybody else. The last word we're going to stress is the word shopping. All right? She promised to pay for his shopping. She promised to pay for his shopping. What is the message communicated here? Fantastic, Ahmed. Yes, she's only going to pay for his shopping. Don't think she's going to pay his rent or his phone bills or whatever, or his installments for value. No. She's only going to pay for his shopping. That's it. Fantastic. Okay, guys. This is the importance of sentence stress. She will only pay for the shopping, nothing else. You see how important the sentence stress is, guys? The meaning of your message you are trying to put across to people changes by just your stress. Which word you're going to stress? If you noticed, every time I stressed the word she or promised or his or shopping, these words were louder than the rest of the words. Try, practice it. I need you to practice. I can't hear you, but I want you to try and practice it. This is a person paying, so she promised to pay for his shopping. or she promised to pay for his shopping. She promised to pay for his shopping. Okay, she promised to pay for his shopping. So you see how I isolate that word and I make it clearer and louder than the others. Okay. Yeah. So now we've covered the sentence stress, some of the features of connected speech. These are just examples of the things that we will be basically going more in depth on, okay? And we're gonna have a lot of practice on, okay, with the upcoming conversation course with Engli-Vision. I've got this course coming up in almost 8 days, 10 days, okay? This course is gonna be very limited number of people. It's very affordable, okay? It's gonna be super rich, okay? We make it super affordable because it's not something that we aim for profit as much as it is about sharing the knowledge with people who really want to learn something new to benefit their careers, okay? So that's why we make it very, very cheap. And we're going to cover a lot of things that basically you've guys seen as a challenge, as we mentioned earlier: pronunciation, and the limited vocabulary. There'll be a lot of vocabulary, a lot of idioms, a lot of natural English be involved in that. And the pronunciation features, all of it, okay, you name it. We'll be focusing on connected speech. We'll be focusing on stress, sentence stress, word stress. What else will be okay, the linking that we do between words, and loads of other features. Okay, so yeah, tons of it. Understanding accents, grammar, so obviously you'll be tackling a lot of these things like fear of mistakes, you'll be growing your confidence, and also the practice that you're going to have will increase your fluency and your speed. But let's not forget the elephant in the room, which is you have no one to practice with. This is another issue that will be tackled in that course, okay? Because this is what this course is about. It's about giving you the chance and opportunity for you guys to practice. Practice while being monitored and supported, okay? This is the whole point of this course. You get a great level of support, okay? Because you don't just have me with you, you will have 3 other teachers working with you, okay? Let me tell you a bit more about the course. Okay, these are okay. Before I move on, let me just my pleasure elephant win the election. Okay, let me just show you this. These are some of the things that will be covered in the course, guys. All right, sentence stress, intonation, contractions, connected speech, weak forms, pausing, rhythm. There will be some language features as well. There will be functional language, echo question, question tag, passive voice, idioms. All these features will be covered. Okay, so let me tell you what we will be talking about during the course. These are the topics that we will be covering in the course. We will talk about travel, interviews, stories, marriage, family, food, AI, travel, meeting new people, and mixed topic session, okay? Why did I choose these topics? Because if you are going for whatever settings in life, whatever context, these are the main topics that people usually invest in. If you're taking an IELTS exam, guaranteed, like task 1 in your speaking, okay, is like, sorry, your first part of the speaking skill exam, it's going to be one of these topics. You'll be talking about one of these topics, you know, the first questions. So they're very popular, very common, okay? And if you are at work, there'll be some interview questions, how to answer them, and a lot of other common, basically, topics that makes like 99% of our days, basically. Okay, when it starts in about 10 days outside. And don't go just yet. Wait, Hani, wait, everybody. Don't thank me and leave just yet. Wait, don't go. Okay. And we also have, let me just give you that last thing. All right. Tell you more about the course. Okay, we will have 2 WhatsApp groups. The course will entail basically 3 other teachers that working with me. So we have 2 WhatsApp groups where you get to send voice notes on a daily basis, and then will be a dedicated examiner who will listen to your voice notes, correct your mistakes, and give you some feedback on your language on a daily basis. You'll get a couple of questions every day you will need to answer and send voice notes about them. You will also get a weekly voice call where you speak with someone for another, basically, another examiner who would listen to you for 10 minutes or 15 minutes, and then will give you feedback on your language. And there'll be another part where basically you'll get a weekly cue card. You'll get a couple of questions sent to you, and then you have 3 minutes where you send it to another examiner who will listen to your spoken language and give you feedback again. So you're not only being basically monitored, error corrected by one person, which me, you will have 3 more people working on you. This course will last for 5 weeks, 10 sessions, 2 sessions per week, okay? And guaranteed it will make a difference in your language, okay? When will the course be? It's going to be on Sunday and Wednesday. Starts at 6 o'clock, finishes at 8. 5 weeks, 10 sessions, 2 hours per session, okay? This is the number if you want to register. Like I said, the number is limited to 30. It's going to be for intermediate, okay? This course is for intermediate level. Your English has to be there. You have to have the minimum part, like the minimum English. You have to understand me, this session. If you understood me in this session, then this course is for you. If you found it so difficult to understand what I'm saying, or maybe you sat there and you feel like, oh God, I can't understand this guy, I can't respond to this guy, then this course is not for you. All right? And this course is going to be super hard because I would be giving you a lot of tasks along the way. So it'll be more like a study plan. All right? And that basically will require you guys to be dedicated. If you're not going to be dedicated for the course, I would suggest you don't bother. Because if you're not going to bother, at least you leave the chance to somebody else. Like I said, the number is very limited. I don't take as many people. I don't take a lot of people, okay? Because I need to be able to focus and listen to people individually and try to help everybody equally, okay? This is the number that you need to call in case you need to know anything or to ask for any information. It's going to be British accent, like I said. Okay, and all the information can be given to you if you just send a message or call this number. Okay, guys? All right, that's it. That's it for today's session. Thank you. I hope you found it useful. I really hope that you found some of the things I said to you today, because I try to share everything I know, guys. And this is exactly why I do this course. I did this course because I really want to share everything I know with students. I'll just basically pour in everything I know. So I look forward to seeing you all there. You will send, yes, it's for B1, that's right. Okay, and how much is, you phone that number, okay, and then they will tell you the details. If you are an Engli-Vision customer, you get a discount, okay, but like I said, it's very affordable. It's very, very affordable, trust me, okay. And yeah, you need to be intermediate or at least strong pre-intermediate, okay, or upper intermediate, so basically. All right. I really hope you found today's session to be useful, guys, and I look forward to seeing you there. Thank you so much for attending. Okay, you can take a screenshot of this number if you want. Okay, and yeah, all the best. Thank you so much, guys. You see in the chat, you can find the link in the chat with the coordinator that she can give you all the information. This is a WhatsApp. Just drop a message. Just say interested in that message, in that WhatsApp link in the chat. You just drop a message, say interested, and you'll get all the information. Okay, guys? Thank you so much. All right, guys. All right, see you later. See you guys. Bye, 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 bye. Thank you.